Edo State government no ban billboards for political campaign. Government no dey sponsor political campaigns and rallies. Edo State government don give update on the Edo New Town Development Authority. Chris Naekare, wey be the Commissioner for Communication and Orientation, don talk say the New Town Development Authority don capture the data of over 400 people when land grabbers don scam for inside Edo State. E con still talk say people when dem scam so, government go compensate them. He talked this one on Wednesday for press briefing for Government House for Benin City.
The Edo New Town Development Authority. The process is still on, especially with the capturing of data of those that were victims of land grabbers. We've captured about 450 to 500 people so far. I think more accurately, we've captured 400 people who have come in to tell us who they bought from and the number of land they have. Some of them bought up to 10 plots, some 5 plots, some 1 plot each. And we're trying to make sure those that collected money from them, they are able to get recompense.
Chris Naekare, when talk say communities when they want sell land or anyone when want buy, make them go check Edo GIS to do check if them never acquire the land, and now 25,000 naira it go cost to check them. A constitutory salute give Edo people for their ogbonge support.
What's important is that any community that wants to start selling land, or anybody that wants to buy land from any community, should go to the Edo GIS to do a simple search. This costs as little as 25,000 naira. What this does for you is to make sure you don't have sleepless nights later, because going to Edo GIS will tell you if the land government has interest in that land and if the land is encumbered in any way. And our people, who are those who want to sell land, the communities, we are not taking from them. No, what we want to do is to have all land registered, all land laid out, so that we do not have the urban slum, which we now have in today's Benin City. So we want to encourage communities that if you have an area you want to start selling, go and register it with government, bring your layout, let government approve your layout. What that does is that we all know where the roads will be. We all know where the green areas will be. We all know where the schools, police stations, markets, churches, and all these things will be. And when these things are properly laid out, residential areas laid out, people now know where they are buying land. And when you buy land, you get a proper coordinate of your land, and it is registered with government, and nobody can resell that land. So we're encouraging the communities and the people to cooperate with government to make land administration not only easier, but give all of us peace of mind not to go through what we're going through right now in the Iriri axis. The exercise is continuing, and we're also asking those in the zones B, C, and D to still cease any form of development while the mapping out is going on, so that any property on the right of way that might fall into the right of way is not built up completely. So government is being very careful, and of course as government we do feel for the victims, and we will one way or the other make sure we catch those land grabbers and they are prosecuted. So the state government wants to once again thank Edo people for the support we're getting from the people.
Chris Naekare come chook mouth on top the story when people don dey talk say Edo State government don ban billboards for political parties. He talk say this one no dey true at all, say Edo State government don pay ahead for the billboards before campaign starts, and other billboards of political parties still dey intact.
In the last 24 hours, we received several calls from newspapers, and newspapers especially, talking about billboard issues here in Edo State, especially in Benin City. I think it's only right if we actually address this issue and let us all know we're all on the same page. It's not a coincidence that the elections are around the corner. As far back as a few months ago, maybe 6 months, close to a year ago, Edo State government discussed with all billboard owners to made payments for quite a number of billboards across the Benin metropolis. We did not take possession because we were waiting for the campaigns to kick off. And if anybody has gone to anybody that has a billboard agent, paid, and they collected money from him and put their billboard there, the person who paid first gave a date for when his account will start to run is actually the legal owner of that. If a billboard agent is taking money from you and now he cannot post a billboard, you should go back and get your money. The truth of the matter is it's a government property. We paid for this, not for everything. I'm sure near the NUJ, there's a billboard belonging or that has been carrying the Labour Party or carrying Mr. Agolo, Ultimate Equals. Is this billboard not still there? So it's obvious that those that were not paid for, or those that have been paid for before us, we're not going to take it. So I feel very embarrassed when people carry sensational headlines. Edo State bans other parties from using billboards. Well, Edo State government is not a gangster. We do not act like APC. In Lagos State, that happens. In Edo, it doesn't happen. We do not control the billboards. We are not agents of billboards. All we do is to have a policy in place that they are not causing nuisance on our streets, as in putting billboards indiscriminately on the streets. We are not an agency of billboards. We are not owners of billboards, but we control where they are located. And we're able to have the foresight to make payments, to inquire about the availability of billboards long before now. And we have no apologies to anyone who did not have the foresight to do it. We are not like Lagos State. This is Edo State. We paid for our billboards to use. And if anybody is taking money from other potential customers, they should refund the monies to them. We did not pay for all billboards. We paid for as many as we thought we needed.
Chris Naikaire, when he comes to be the Deputy Director for Media and Publicity for PDP Campaign Council, constantly chook mouth on top the story when they talk say Edo State government is sponsor or pay for political rallies or campaigns. He talks saying that the People's Democratic Party pay for their rallies and campaign for inside Edo State.
I must actually say here for a fact that Edo State government does not sponsor or pay for political campaigns or rallies. The monies for these things were done by the People's Democratic Party, of which I'm a member. And today, I'm a member of the State Management Campaign Council. We are the ones who raised the money to pay for this board. So they are the property of PDP, not of Edo State government. Those were paid for it. So I think that the same thing, the opposition party, who is almost comatose, is also saying that they are paying. Yeah, just like PDP did. But PDP was more strategic. We planned, because the dates were obvious to everybody when elections would kick off. So we knew this day would come, and for us to be able to make ourselves visible, we took advantage of the time and made payment for most of these billboards. So I felt very embarrassed when some newspapers said, usually yesterday, that they heard from Government House. What's Government House business with PDP billboards? Edo State government doesn't get involved in such petty politics. PDP as a party of which I'm a member and a senior member, we made that decision long ago.
Omo Aluke Ajakaye, TMC TV News. Don't forget your PVC and your power. Not saying I'm giving a politician on election day.